The scent of roasted garlic and forgotten crumbs pulled Pip. The young Mousekencher from the safety of his burrow. His whiskers twitched, mapping the familiar terrain of the castle kitchen. A miniature spear, tipped with a sharpened nail, felt light in his paw, his small pack secured to his back. He moved with a warrior's stealth, a whisper of gray fur against the colossal flagstones. This vast, silent world, built for giants, was his battleground. A low growl rumbled from the shadows beneath the grand oak table. Pip froze. The air shimmered, tasting of ozone and ancient magic from the gloom. Two emerald eyes open, pupils slitted in predatory ember. The great ginger cat mage emerged, her crimson robes flowing around her, a staff of polished darkwood materializing in her paw. You again, little thief. Ember's voice, a low purr that vibrated through the floorboards, carried an edge of weary annoyance. Do you never learn? Pip tightened his grip on his spear. The larder calls, mighty mage, my family hungers. Your family's hunger is not my concern. Ember stalked forward, her movements fluid, predatory. This domain is mine. Its bounty, its order. You mice once understood that you bowed. Now you challenge. We bowed to fear, not respect. Pip retorted, his voice unwavering despite the tremor in his tiny paws. No more. We take what we need. We fight for it. Ember chuckled, a dry, rasping sound. Brave words for a morsel. Let's see if your courage lasts. A faint blue light sparked at the tip of her staff. A gust of wind, smelling of citrus and dust, swept through the kitchen, rattling the pots and pans. It wasn't a natural breeze, it was her magic, the playful warning. Suddenly, a guttural roar tore through the quiet morning, shaking the very foundations of the castle. The sound was not of this world, a ripping, gnashing noise that spoke of pure, unadulterated malice. The kitchen grew instantly cold. Ember's emerald eyes widened, her ears swiveling. The magic light on her staff flickered and died. What in the name of the ancients was that? Pip squeaked, his warrior bravado momentarily forgotten. The roar came again. Closer this time, accompanied by a sickening thump, thump, thump that vibrated through the stone floor. Ember's fur bristled, her tail bushed out. That is not of this place, not of my making! Her usual disdain was replaced by a look of genuine alarm. It's coming from the garden. The garden? Pip's voice hits near the king's statue. Precisely. Ember's gaze snapped to Pip, a flicker of something new in her eyes. Not hunger, but a desperate calculation. It's tearing through the portal, a shadow, a blade upon this realm. Another earth-shattering roar, closer still, the kitchen door, a massive slab of oak, shuttered plaster, dust rained from the ceiling. You understand what this means, don't you, little mouse? Ember's voice was low, urgent. That thing, it seeks only consumption. It will devour everything, mice, cats. The very stones of this castle. Pip, for all his bravado, felt a cold dread seep into his bones. He knew the stories of Ember's power, how she'd once bent entire mouse clans to her will. But this was beyond her, beyond anything he'd ever imagined. So what do? He asked, his voice barely a whisper. Ember's gaze fixed on him, sharp and unwavering. We fight it! Together! Pip blinked! Together!
You hunt me! You enslave my kind! And that thing will extinguish us both. Ember countered a harsh edge to her tone. My power alone may not be enough. Your agility, your knowledge of these hidden pathways. It might be what we need. A temporary truce, an alliance born of necessity. The demon dog's arrival was heralded by a cacophony of splintering wood and crumbling stone. A monstrous shadow filled the garden archway, its form coalescing from swirling black smoke. Red eyes like embers in a forge burned with an infernal light, its fangs long and yellowed, dripped with black ichor. It was a beast of nightmare, its skin like cracked obsidian, glowing with internal crimson veins. A low growl, a rumble that felt like it would tear the world apart, vibrated from its chest. It's huge! Pip gasped, clutching his spear. He felt a primal terror, but also a flicker of the warrior's thrill. This was the ultimate battle.